Hello, Earth signs. Like, happy 2020. It's been a minute, right? I don't think I've seen you guys this year. It's been kind of a weird and rough one for me. So, here we are. I've been feeling really inspired to like do some readings this week. Kind of out of the blue. I've been in art land doing like paintings and all kinds of like artsy stuff, like out in the middle of nowhere. And this week I started getting the feeling to do readings. I really do want to change the channel, and it will be changing. But transition takes an undiscernible amount of time, so we're transitioning, and who knows what'll come next and when it'll happen. So, all right, I did, we're having like a party this weekend, a cosmic party with the super moon in Virgo, the full super moon, and Mercury coming out of retrograde as well, which is the planet that rules Virgo. So, and also the spring forward, which as a human, I always like to celebrate. I don't know about you guys, but I always feel like wonky as the light begins to like even out, get a little tired and introspective. But I went ahead and like pre-pulled the cards. I didn't look at them. They just all fell, and I just piled them in order so that we can just get to it here. I know people like to see them fall, and I like it too, but it really does add time to the reading and the upload and all of that. So I decided to go with it. Anybody who doesn't feel trusting of the fact that they were not pulled in front of them can just click off, because to me, that is one of the greatest offenses as a reader, as someone trusted as a channel by the universe, is to make things up. We're not always right, but we definitely aren't perpetrating lies. I'm not anyway. So anyhow, I'm setting them up so we can just get at it and see what's happening. I don't like to put like love readings or whatever. It'll kind of show itself, a lot of cups means love, a lot of swords means, like mental, processes, etc. So, let's see what we've got for all of you, earth signs. I do not read inverted cards. So yeah, I feel like there's enough expression in the deck to get all of it covered without having to like go there. So here we go. Okay, you guys, we're starting with the Hierophant. The Hierophant with the Sun and the Six of Wands clarifying. Okay, so this is actually a good little combination. It's talking about you victoriously finding happiness in the contract that you have committed to, whether that's a spiritual one, an actual one, a marriage. It could be, a plethora. But the Hierophant is a spiritual card, so it's often, marriage or life mission and things like that. But next you get, sort of like a little bit of insight with it, with the Hanged Man, the Two of Swords, and death. I mean, that's like a suspension that creates a crossroads that causes transformation. Okay, so you've obviously been through it. You've really been taking a step back, looking at things and really discerning your options, okay, and creating a transformation wherein you can find happiness in this journey that you're on, right? Because from that, we go to the Emperor, Eight of Cups, Four of Wands, man. So, taking control. The Eight of Cups means like moving toward or away, in my opinion. A lot of times, most of the times, it can be like moving away from a situation. But with the Emperor and the Four of Wands, some of you may be experiencing the loss of a masculine partner in the kingdom, perhaps walking away from a commitment or marriage that is possible with this row for some people. It also, can be because of the way, if you look at it, the way they fell together. The Emperor is almost like the energy moves toward you, okay? And then the Eight of Cups. So it could be Also the opposite, an emperor moving toward, you know, a masculine energy, or you taking on the emperor energy and moving toward a firm and solid foundation. Okay, the Four of Wands also can represent twin flames. So take that as it may resonate with those of you who participate in that energetic. And then there's the Page of Cups with the Ace of Wands and the Three of freaking Swords, okay? So in your heart, you know that there's like a passionate new beginning coming in with the despair and the sorrow of whatever that crossroads and that renewal, the Hanged Man, that whole situation. So it's really important to allow that Page of Cups to be present. It's like a new energy, right? The page isn't very developed, you know. He doesn't even have a horse. He's just kind of like hanging tough on a rock with his cup, thinking about it, musing on his emotions and like where he'll go from here, right? And so within that, you find this new beginning that can, in fact, you know, overcome the sorrow that you're feeling, or this despair, you know, that I feel stemming from the Two of Swords, Death, Hangman combination. But then it's sort of like shifts, and from that despair, and like, or alongside it is the Moon with the Three of Pentacles and the Lover. So, you know, behind the scenes, there's strength in either a Gemini or a partnership, perhaps a new partnership. Because if you did have someone walk away over here from this like foundation, and you're seeking like a victorious happiness in this contract, you know, this could be reading for some people who are leaving, like someone left them and they, you know, really wanted, you know, causing this like suspension, Two of Swords, and renewal, wherein they are now seeking and realizing that they want victory in that contract, you know, within marriage. Okay. So that's what kind of looks like to me, that there's been some despair, but that, you know, you're really trying to like create new beginnings. And either your secret, okay, you have a secret, like, and you feel good about this, that you're keeping it kind of on the back burner and not like apparent to everybody else, this new lover, this new relationship, right? Because, and then the Empress becomes, okay, so the Empress is like the match to the Emperor over here. And like, although you know, it's like you're reaping what you've sown, you have an investment, okay, because of the struggle. That I believe this it's so funny because the Eight of Cups falls with the Four of Wands, falls below the Emperor, and beneath the Empress is the Eight of Pentacles with the Five of Wands. So it really looks to me like a masculine energy has caused some pain and a crossroads, and has left the situation, you know, but that there is something under the radar here, coming in, where that's causing the feminine nature to maybe invest in a new lover because of the struggle with him and because he left, you know, the commitment. And this could reverse either way, you know what I mean? But the masculine would be the person in control of the physical reality, the person that's creating the situation with a physical action, okay? And the feminine would be the more passive experience, the person that's more passive in the experience, that's sort of the victim of the other person's like decisions or whatever. I don't even know if the word victim is right, but just like is in less control of the outcome than the other person, right? So the Emperor would be more in control of the outcome. So inevitably, this looks like a definite struggle about the commitment between, and it could also be within the self, you know, a choice to decide to love the self. You know, you're kind of keeping it under wraps. The masculine energy within you has caused a crossroads, and you're transforming and, you know, walking away for balance. And you're starting small, you know, but passionately, to quell the sorrow of the heavy masculine energy within you, and want to turn back to loving the self and finding strength within that, nurturing and investing in that. you know, although it's been a struggle, and, you know, being willing to like struggle for it, you know what I mean? Psychic development, soul healing, creation, and purification are the cards that came as oracle cards. The bottom of the decks are again the Hierophant. Okay, we've got that popping twice, so we're really talking about this commitment to self, to spirit, to another human, to our partners, to a business, whatever it is in your life. You know, there's a duality within which you're walking away from one aspect and toward another, with small steps, keeping a lot of it under wraps, but super strong and passionate within that to make this new change. You know. Love, effortless love on the bottom. So this again reads back to me to this Empress over here investing because of the struggle found in the, you know, Emperor, turning to this, the strength in this lover or another person with effortless love, you know, or to self even. And that commitment, there's like a truth. Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Pope together, or the Hierophant together, are talking about, you know, the truth creating a living nightmare within the situation, you know, and that love should be effortless. It's not, it shouldn't be such a struggle, right? And so investing in that nurturing of the situation and the feminine aspects, and whatever damage has been done to the feminine aspects within the like heavy control that the masculine has had, and the walking away or abandonment of the commitment. Whew, okay, that's going to be specific for some people, but it really read clear and had a circular nature, so I hope it does hit home for at least one of you, because then there it is. That's why I'm here. All right, well, who knows when I'll see you again, Earth signs, you know. Could be sooner than later or later than sooner, but, you know, either way, we'll meet again. Thanks for being here. I'll see you soon. Bye.